Okay, so here we're going to talk about NodeXl, and you can download this from this web page here. So you just look for NodeXl, and you'll find this page, and you click on Downloads, and you'll see this here, and you can download it. And once you then you have to unzip it and install it. And once you do that, you'll see you can open. You have to go to the Programs menu in Windows and look for NodeXl, not just Excel, but NodeXl, and you open it up from there, and then you'll see maybe something like this. And the only thing that's you might notice that's different about this, not the only thing, but one thing that you'll notice that's different about this is that you have this menu up here, which wasn't there before. Here, so that wasn't there before. And okay, so let's talk about what we can do, basically how to use NodeXl first, and then what we can do with it. So eventually we're going to learn how to put data in here by downloading it from Twitter. But first we should see how to enter data just directly by hand. So you can type it in, and that's what I've done here. And the way that you would type it in is to click down here on Edges, and what you do is you type in a list of vertices that are connected to each other. So I made this example. So I had Anne is connected to Bob, and Bob is connected to Carol, Carol is connected to Dave, Anne to Carol, Carol to Ed, Ed to Frank, and Gary to Helen. So I just typed those in here. Once you do that, then you want to show the graph. Now I already have the graph shown here, but you'd want to show the graph, and you would just click up here on, you would click up, you would click up here. It would say show graph here, not refresh graph, but show graph. And then you would click there and you would see the graph. Now you wouldn't see exactly what I have here, because I've already done some work on it, some editing of it. But you would see whatever you had typed over here, you would see a representation of that over here. So one thing you should know how to do, and that is to highlight one of these edges. Suppose I select this here, like that. You can see that this edge was highlighted. Now yours is not going to look like this exactly, but you can highlight an edge by doing that. Or if I want to highlight this one, and to Bob, now I see this one is highlighted. Now another way to get the vertices and edges is just to import a list, and you can do that from lots of, basically any list like this could be a list of, you could consider that list vertex 1 and vertex 2. So if you had just two columns of, I don't think they can be numbers, but two columns of non-numerical data, those could be considered vertices. So you can just paste that in or import it or whatever. And you can see, these are called the ribbon up here, and you can see this NodeXl ribbon has various features in it, and you can see them here. And we're going to talk about some of them. The other, of course, if you click over here, you get the regular Excel features, but we're interested in the NodeXl features. And of course, if you want to make this bigger or smaller, now it's a little hard because I'm recording this, and you can't really see it. Maybe I can't see it, but you can do that and slide it over like that, or of course you can slide it over like that. And you can also zoom in. Now we're not going to need to zoom in now, but you could, if you had a very complicated graph, you could zoom in. And once you zoom in, then you can use this to slide around. Now we've talked about in class that a graph is just the vertices and the edges, and the way that we draw the graph doesn't make it a different graph. It means that the picture is different, but the graph itself is not different. And so to illustrate that, we can change the layout. Now, actually, when you first look at this, it's going to have the Fruchterman something layout here, which will look something like this. So this is the same graph, but it looks different. Okay, so you can change. There are some predefined kind of layouts here, and you can choose from them here. You can do this one, and then you refresh it.